Hi.
Hi, this is Katie Proctor, the owner of Books with Pictures here in Portland, Oregon.
And this is writer and critic Douglas Wolk.
And it's such a good week for comics this week. Such a good week. Starting with this amazing thing, the Avant-Garde's #1.
So this is distinctly Katie bait. It is created and written by Carly Ustin. It is illustrated by Noah Hayes, colored by Rebecca Nalty, lettered by Ed Dukeshire. It's a art school sports story. It's about the sporty kids stuck in the arty college trying to do their sporty thing. It has friendship and budding romance and fish out of water feelings and really attractive sort of John Allison-esque art, and it's so much fun.
It's really funny.
Tell me what you love about it.
I was giggling at pretty much every page. You know, the student activities fair where there's, Higher Art, which is the Stoner Art League.
And Dungeons and Dragons and Diversity.
Endless possibilities, the arpeggios, and in the middle of this art college, they're trying to start a basketball team, and it's all very funny interpersonal drama. It's characters who, even in this first issue, are so well defined that everything they do is funny.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. All right. Avant-Garde's #1. Next.
Naomi.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, it really is. This is Brian Michael Bendis, David Walker, and Jamal Campbell doing a brand new series from DC's Wonder Comics imprint. It's beautiful. Look at this coloring. So great.
So we talked about the Young Justice last time. Yeah. This is the second book from that line. This is about a young lady in a town that is definitely not Lake Oswego, Oregon, just to the south of where we are here.
It kind of really is Lake Oswego, Oregon.
It's Port Oswego, Oregon.
Port Oswego, okay.
And it is the story of a bunch of regular teens when Superman comes to town and how it reverberates across their various lives, in particular the life of our protagonist Naomi, who is a young black girl who is adopted into a white family in this very, very conspicuously, exhaustingly white town, trying to figure out her identity stuff. It is... The voices are so familiar. They all sound like people we know.
And it's a story about identity formation, and it's a superhero story because Superman's visit to town is the thing that changes everything and is leading her to discover who she is in a number of ways. It's really lovely. Really, really lovely.
I need more.
You need more?
Uh-huh.
What do you need?
Of Naomi.
Let's see more of Naomi.
No, I meant the next issue.
Oh, yeah. We do need more of the story. We both need more of the story.
Okay. Next. All right. So both of those are little character-focused, very sweet, intimate, driven by individual wants and needs. And then there's other things comics can do, like
Guardians of the Galaxy,
madcap galactic nonsense.
With a cast of zillions.
All of whom I'm sure have their own motivations, wants, and needs. But that's not what's really important here. What's really important here is Thanos is dead.
Ish.
Dead-ish. Many of the rogues of the galaxy have gathered for his funeral, and we find them there.
And then they get some complicated news about his being dead-ish.
It's bonkers. Howard the Duck is there. Yeah. Groot is carving spikes over his grouchy little adolescent body with a pocket knife. Yeah. Drax is dead.
What about
Gamora's
Rocket?
Gone. We don't talk about Rocket,
We don't talk
apparently.
about Rocket.
So if madcap bonkers nonsense with some Beta Ray Bill and some Howard the Duck is your idea of a comic book good time, I think you will like this one.
This is Donny Cates doing a thing Donny Cates does really well, which is just throwing a gazillion ideas onto every page and letting characters be themselves in ways that we know that they are, but that so perfectly encapsulate who they are that you laugh.
It is also the ongoing story of Donny Cates' fabulous character invention, Cosmic Ghost Rider,
Yes.
who, oh God, I love this character. And he gets to be his surly self in here. So, yeah. And then a really
Lots of
nice,
stuff.
you know, into the book page turn reveal, which I'm not going to spoil for you, but yeah.
And one other comic, because there's so many good comics today, Crypt of Shadows, #1.
So this is not, I mean, it's a #1, but
It's one and
truly
only.
it's a one and only.
Yeah.
And it's part of a series of one-shots that Marvel is doing to celebrate their 80-year anniversary, where they are putting out books recalling their early days. This is their horror book.
And Crypt of Shadows was a minor horror book by any metric you want. It ran from like 1972 to 1975. It was all reprints. It was all reprints of stories from the 50s. This is 3 stories written by Al Ewing. It is 3 short horror stories. And Al Ewing has a history of, writing sort of short twist ending stories. Except this is more special than that.
What makes it special?
It's horror stories about the form and style of classic comic short horror stories, and the stories kind of fold into each other in creepy and hilarious ways. And
I had genuine hair standing up on the back of my neck moments in here.
I had those, but I also had a lot of giggling really hard moments.
It's it doesn't want for self-conscious humor.
It really does not. There's the second person narration, like all those good ideas that led you here, to the gutter, to the graveyard. Also, a lot of stuff about fear of dogs.
Yes. Trigger warning.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Scary dog.
The dogs are all fine.
Yeah.
I feel the need to say, if you are traumatized by danger to dogs, the dogs make it.
Yeah.
Humans,
Not so much.
have a wonderful week.
See you soon.